Okay folks, Del Voigt, Penn State Extension, and I'm here with Zach Curtis, and we are looking at our plots down at Landisville. This is the Southeast Research Center. We had some questions on demonstrating some soybean planting depth, and so I'm standing in the first plot where we had a 0 planting depth. We just put the seed right on the surface, and you can see that we've got only about 20-some thousand out of our 140,000 drop that actually came up, and they were not planted at any depth. Our standard agronomy guide, if you go in there, it says to plant them about 1 inch to 1.5 inches deep. So let's step over into the next plot, which is what we would recommend for planting depth. So this is 1 inch planting depth. I think that's a minimum based on population. So here you can see we've got definite improvement in the stand, and the seeds were covered. We had adequate germination. Then we go to the third plot where this is 2 inches of depth, and again, very similar to 1 inch, not really any difference in any of the parameters at the moment. And again, we'll take this to yield as well. That first treatment at that population might branch out and really make a difference, but an initial stand assessment, you might be pretty depressed if you had a 0 planting. This is very common when we have heavy residue, is where we're trying to put the planter down deep enough to get it into the soil and account for the residue level, but as you go through the field, the residue gets thicker and thinner, and sometimes you're putting it on top of the soil. So that's a big benefit of doing zone till, where you're removing the fodder and you can really get your depth correctly. And then the third treatment is 3 inches of depth, and it starts to go backwards a little bit. We'll capture that with our assessment data later, but so that looks like, again, agronomy guide recommendations are still holding true. So still refer to that for your references for soybeans. So we'll update you as it goes through the season later on this year.